The topic is the economic development in Nashville, Tennessee, and of course we have with us the Councilman at Large for Metropolitan Government, Mr. JMaynard2. And of course, Jerry, let's continue our conversation dealing with some of the problems that we are facing and some of the issues that the Metropolitan Government, being the council person for the entire city, some of the issues that the whole city is concerned with.
Well, what we have to do, and I appreciate it, Dr. Haney, for this opportunity to be on your show. Let's start with education. Economic development starts in pre-K. We understand that our students, if they have pre-K, is that they have a better opportunity to not only graduate from high school, but to perform at a level and a standard higher than what we're performing now. Pre-K works. We have to have full funding for pre-K throughout the entire state of Tennessee. Right now we have pre-K in pockets of Tennessee. We need to have pre-K funding, pre-kindergarten funding for all students to have access to pre-K, so that we know that if you do have access to pre-K, students are going there, they're going to perform better in high school, middle school, and elementary school. So first of all, economic development starts in pre-K. Second, we got to make sure that our schools are not only there with police officers in there to discipline people, we got to show that there's an opportunity of hope, of dreams, where you can have your dreams fulfilled, because education is important, not only for you to get a high school degree, but rather it will be the key to unlock the door to opportunity in the global economy. We've got to make sure that our schools are better. We got to make sure that our expectation levels are higher. We got to make sure that we have teachers who truly care about students and their well-being, and we got to make sure that the parents care. Education, Doc, starts in the home. We got to make sure that parents understand how important education is, and that even though you're in public school and it's free, it ain't free. It means that you have to give, sacrifice. You got to participate. You got to make sure that the parents are participating and have accountability, not only from the student, but also the parent of the student, that they will do the best they can in education. Our job as elected officials is to make sure they have the resources and the tools and the environment by which they can then teach, not to some test, but teach, right, to the highest level and expectation we can have for our students. After that, we then have to do something that we have not been doing. I believe we have to go back to skills where we will train those who do not want to go to college, the trades, plumbing, electrician, bricklaying, concrete pouring. We need to get back to doing the trade schools for those students who do not want to go to college. Let's teach them a trade. My brother, who went to electrician, was making way more money than I was as a lawyer when I began my career, because he was making $30 and $40 an hour as an electrician. There's good money to be made in a good career, so we have to make sure we teach the trades as well. Then we have to create an economic environment where we have economic opportunities for all, no matter what side of town you live on. We cannot just do economic development downtown. We have to do economic development in South Nashville, East Nashville, North Nashville, and Antioch. What do I mean by that? We have to have private investment and public investment going to create an environment and jobs so that we can have economic development everywhere, so that everybody has an opportunity. And we haven't seen that. We haven't seen economic investment in North Nashville and in South Nashville the way we need. So as a Metro Council person, I'm fighting hard to make sure that we get economic development, job creation in the areas and pockets of the city that have been ignored.
You know, as a matter of fact, some of the areas that you pass through, there's almost some kind of disconnect between that particular area, those areas, and some of the other parts of the city. Is this really a part of the city of Nashville? The question might be raised when you look from one side to the other. There's such a discrepancy. Do you find that as a councilman?
Let me tell you this. As an entrepreneur, listen, I'm an entrepreneur, right? Because we understand that jobs are created by two ways. One, you can have public jobs, or you can have the private sector jobs. If I'm an entrepreneur, where am I going to take my money? Where am I going to take my investment and invest? If I go